Hi, my name is Kaylin, and this is a descriptive analysis of demographics, injuries, and healthcare responses in pole dance fitness. Pole dance fitness is a relatively new trend, popular in the United States, United Kingdom, Netherlands, France, Australia, and New Zealand. Current research with the sport has been focused primarily on the psychology and the stigma surrounding the sport. Because pole dance fitness's background comes from exotic pole dancing, there's a negative connotation around the sport and a stigma in our society. Pole dance fitness is slowly transitioning into more of a neutral physical activity. There have been studies looking at the athletic elements of the sport. Studies have highlighted the relationship between sport and hand grip strength, flexibility, changes in body composition, and other elements that classes have to offer, such as balance, agility, coordination, and cardiorespiratory exercise. There have been a couple of injury studies that have been published actually within the last year or so that have looked at which moves cause which injuries, acute versus chronic injuries, and the location of injuries experienced. The purpose of our study is to understand the demographic information of individuals who participate in pole dance fitness, identify and describe the injuries commonly sustained, and identify and describe the response of healthcare professionals during the diagnosis and treatment of injury. For our study, we contacted 465 studios and sent them a link to a Qualtrics survey and asked them to share it with their members. This survey included a total of 27 questions across 5 different categories and was estimated to take between 10 and 15 minutes. For our statistical analysis, we used JASP and measured the frequencies of sport participation, other forms of exercise, number of injuries and location, response of healthcare professionals, and demographics. Descriptive phenomenological analysis was used for movements leading to injury, description of injury, and overall experience with the healthcare professional. We had 215 total responses. The largest level represented was level 4, closely followed by levels 2 and 5. The top form of exercise participants were also part of flexibility exercises or yoga. 44.7% of participants reported participating in the sport for 4 or more years. 30.4% of participants spent 2 or 4 hours per week on the pole for practice. 151 out of 215 participants reported at least one injury. This is 70.23% of participants. The highest prevalence of injuries were with level 4 individuals. A large number of injuries occurred at the upper extremity, especially at the shoulder and wrist. The most common healthcare professional seen was a physical therapist. Majority of participants either agreed or strongly agreed that with the statement that their rehabilitation or treatment prepared them to fully return to pole dance fitness. Majority of participants reported that the response of their healthcare specialist was extremely professional. Only 31.2% of participants reported that their professional fully understood the physical requirements needed for pole dance fitness. Our injuries findings correlate with other studies. We found that a lot of injuries were caused by falls and also caused by the handspring move. We also had the highest number of injuries occur at the shoulder. Majority of participants thought their healthcare specialists somewhat knew of the physical requirements for pole dance fitness. Some noted that showing videos or photos helped the professional to understand. This information can be used to help educate healthcare professionals to employ more sport-specific treatments, help further sport-specific research regarding pole dance fitness, and give a better understanding of the population. We did run into a couple of limitations with our study. We started sending out our emails at the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic in the March of 2020, just before everything shut down. Another issue was technology as everything transitioned online. Because of the current stigma surrounding the activity, the population is very, very protective of its members, and studio heads may have been hesitant to send out the survey, and members may have been hesitant to answer. Because of these factors, we did not get the response rate we anticipated. Future research in pole dance fitness should understand the protectiveness of the community and look deeper into the athletic elements of the sport to completely understand the nature of it.